What's going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come at you and bring you a little more JLP and some Jordan Peterson. And these two guys, man, they are definitely two of my favorite people to kind of listen to and digest a lot of what they're saying. And right here, they're talking about the downfall of Western civilization and the way that we're kind of tearing it apart, and kind of what that means and why it's being done. But I'll let them speak and I'll comment to it.
Understand why anyone want to destroy Western civilization. Do you know why? It doesn't make sense to me to want to do that, whether you're Republican or Democrat, black or white, male or female, whatever. Why would you want to destroy it?
Well, I think that the people who are doing this, the radicals who are very resentful, they believe that they often talk about the patriarchy, and they believe that our entire system is unjust and oppressive, and that's all it is. And they believe that their utopian view of the future would produce a better society, and they are arrogant enough to believe that their presumptions are true. So they want to tear it down right to nothing and institute their vision of perfection instead. But a lot of that I think is just driven by resentment, because they see that resources are unequally distributed between people, and some people have more than they do, and more than others, and they don't like that, and it makes them angry and resentful, and then they want to lash out and destroy.
One thing also, man, that I was thinking was, if you don't like the way something is, if you're trying to kind of control things in a way, you demonize it to other people, and you get them to, almost in a way, to vote to have things torn apart, and then place yourself on top. It's one thing I think about with the very far left.
I believe Black Lives Matter shut you down at a goal. And you ended up having some type of conversation with Black Lives Matter supporter. Is all that true?
They didn't. It wasn't Black Lives Matter that shut it down exactly. It was more. I guess they were participating in the shutdown at the free speech rally. It was trans activists and sort of professional activist types from a variety of different groups. Kid from Hong Kong organized this free speech rally at the University of Toronto and invited me to speak, as well as this journalist named Lawrence Southern, who works for I guess you think about it more as a Republican media. If from an American point of view, it's a little bit to the right. And so when we were speaking, they drowned us out with white noise. They had huge amplifiers and speakers and drowned us out with white noise and chanting, and they unplugged the microphones afterwards. There was an opportunity for everyone to speak. Anybody could take the mic.
See, if you're trying to drown somebody out where I can't hear them, I want to hear what they had to say more.
And speak at this rally after the speakers were done. And then I had a discussion with a black girl who was objecting to Canadian society as being a white supremacist society, and I suggested to her that was an overstatement, and that you have to be careful when you diagnose an entire culture, and that for all its flaws, it's still one of the best places in the world to live. And you have to be very careful when you take an axe to something like that, because the probability that you're going to improve it is very low. It's not like it doesn't have flaws, and I wouldn't say that everyone in Canada has an equal opportunity. And I think equality of outcome is a horrible goal, so I won't even speak about that. But I would say that the society is attempting to improve itself and does so pretty much as rapidly as you could expect.
Yeah.
And that's especially true if you compare it to other actual societies instead of comparing it to some sort of ideological utopian ideal.
Yeah, that's one thing I was thinking too was how do we know that we're going to improve something if we're out there, marching down the street, yelling, screaming, and burning things down? How are we improving something? If we want to stop people from being able to speak, how can we improve it? We need to have every idea out there in a place of public discourse, but not burning things down or violence or trying to talk over people or silence them at all. And I think the ones that do that are the ones that don't. I think the ones that try to do that are the ones that have the worst ideas. They're trying to drown everyone else out. They're trying to, like what Jordan Peterson said, they're trying to take an axe to something. And if we take an axe to something in order to fix it, we're probably going to make it worse instead of make it better. And, I definitely believe in a society, if we, to have equality of opportunity, we need to have equal opportunities across the board. But some people are going to be better at certain things than others. It's kind of like, fast runners are fast runners, and we don't need to shoot the fastest runner in the leg in order to have everyone else catch up to that runner. We're not making the other runners faster. We're just making the fastest runner slower. And, that's something that I think about quite a bit, that we need to really have equal opportunities, but understand that if we want to move forward in life, and one reason why I kind of got away, at least in a lot of ways, from the Democratic Party is when you paint a picture of victimhood, for people, you're painting a picture of them, and you're doing them a disservice. And in so many ways, you're doing them a disservice, and you're doing other people a disservice, because you're calling one group oppressed and the other group oppressors. And I actually think you're hurting the oppressed, or what you call the oppressed, even more so, because you're not teaching them that they have the power. They have the power to change their own lives, and it might be difficult, but we have the power, at least, to walk in a direction ourselves. And if we do so with faith and with honesty and with conviction, we're going to be lifted up by God, and we're going to be lifted up. We're going to find ourselves elevated, but we're going to have to make a decision and walk in a direction, and pray and do the best we can, and that's how we have the power. Some of us are born into rich families, some into poor families. Some of us are tall, some of us are short, male, female. There's different ethnicities, different races, different religions. But the fact of the matter is, things need to be equal as far as opportunity, but as far as outcome, no. We have to understand that some people are better at certain things, and some people work harder at certain things, and we can't place somebody in a place that has no business being there. But anyways, guys, if you would, please like and subscribe to my channel, and give me a thumbs up, send me a comment, let me know how I'm doing, just, say hey, but anyways, guys, again, thanks for watching, and please hit the like button. Thanks. You son of a.